Hello, boys and girls. Okay, so here are your interactive notebook pages 23 through 25 that Miss Gust has posted. I don't believe they are due until Thursday, maybe. Um, so whenever you're ready to work on it, here's the video. Just make sure you have the sheets in front of you. Um, as I did the other day, I'm just pretty much going to kind of read along the information. I'll read the question for you and then just kind of guide you where to look for the information. And then when you are done, make sure that you go back into the Google Classroom and turn it in. Make sure that you add a private comment that it was done on paper. I know Jeffrey and Nathan, you have an actual workbook for you to complete these pages in. The rest of you should have been given a copy of the pages. I know Mrs. Phillips was going to take care of that for me, so hopefully you have them. Okay, here we go. So again, with ancient China, the main ideas are number one, the first Qin emperor created a strong but strict government. And number two, a unified China was created through Qin policies and achievements. Key terms and people are Shai Huangdi, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, and the Great Wall, a barrier across China's northern frontier. Lesson summary: the Qin Emperor's strong government. The Warring States period marked a time in China when several states battled each other for power. One state, the Qin, built a strong army that defeated the armies of the other states. In 221 BC, the Qin king, Ying Zhang, unified China. He gave himself the title Shi Hongdi, which means first emperor. Shi Hongdi was a follower of legalist beliefs. He created a strong government with strict laws and severe punishments. He ordered the burning of all writings that did not agree with legalism. Okay, so I'm going to stop there for a second and go up to our first box. How did Shi Hongdi's rule demonstrate his legalist beliefs? And you want to focus on here where it says that he was a follower of legalist beliefs. You're going to find your answers in there. The next question, and you're probably going to find it as I continue to read, is list 3 ways that Shi Hongdi unified China. Shi Hongdi took land and power away from the lords. He made commoners work on government building projects. He divided China into districts, each with its own governor. This helped Shi Hongdi enforce taxes and a strict chain of command. A unified China. Oh, here's our unified China. So list 3 ways Shi Hongdi unified China. I would imagine it's going to come down here. Qin rule brought other major changes to China. Under Shi Hongdi, new policies and achievements united the Chinese people. The emperor set up a uniform system of law. Rules and punishments were to be the same in all the parts of the empire. He also standardized the written language. People everywhere were required to write using the same set of symbols. People from different regions could now communicate with one another in writing. This gave them a sense of shared culture and a common identity. Shi Hongdi also set up a new monetary system. Standardized gold and copper coins became the currency for all of China. Weights and measures were also standardized. With all these changes and the unified writing system, trade became much easier. A new network of highways connected the capital to every part of the empire. Workers built canals to connect the country's rivers. Goods could be shipped faster and easier from north to south. Also, an irrigation system was built to make more land good for farming. Parts of the Qin irrigation system are still used today. So in this entire section that I just read on page 23 and 24, you should find at least 3 ways or more of how Shi Hongdi unified China. Your next question is give 3 reasons why trade became easier. Well, we talked about that. I'm trying to see. Right here it says, with all these changes in the unified writing system, trade became much easier. Why? What were 3 things that happened that Shi Huangdi did to make that easier? Okay, I'm going to start here. The question that we're going to look for the answer for is, what was the purpose of the Great Wall? Shi Huangdi wanted to keep fierce nomads from the north from invading China, so he completed the Great Wall, a barrier across China's northern frontier. This was a major Qin achievement. The Qin connected earlier pieces of the wall to form a long, unbroken structure. Building the wall required years of labor from hundreds of thousands of soldiers and workers. Many of them died building the wall. So again, what was the purpose of the Great Wall? Although he unified China, many Chinese people hated Shi Huangdi's harsh ways. When he died in 210 BC, rebel forces formed across the country. One group attacked the Qin capital, and the new emperor surrendered. The Qin palace burned to the ground. Qin authority had disappeared. With no central government, China fell into civil war. On your last page, page 25 at the top, you are going to read each of these 3 statements and decide whether the statement is true or false with the underlined word. If it's true, if this word makes this statement true, then you write a T on the line. If the statement is false because of this word, then you put an F on the line and write the correct word underneath. So number 1, the emperor who unified China gave himself the title Qin Dynasty, which means first emperor. Is that true or is that false? If it's false, make sure you put the correct term. Instead of Qin Dynasty, put the correct term underneath. If it's true, you leave it and put a T on the line. Number 2, Shi Huangdi was a follower of legalist political beliefs. He created a strong government with strict laws and severe punishments. Is this true or false as written? If it's false, with this word here, Shi Hongdi, change it. You'll put an F on the line and put the correct word here. If it's true, then you'll put a T on the line. Number 3, under the Qin dynasty, China was unified. A network of roads and canals were built, and the written language was standardized. True or false? You'll put a T on the line if that is the correct term. If this is not the correct term, then you will put an F and put the correct term underneath here that would make it a true statement. And then finally, the last part, you have 3 words: Great Wall, Qin Dynasty, and Shi Huangdi. You will answer each question by writing a sentence that contains at least 1 word from the bank. So number 4, who ordered the destruction of all the writings that did not agree with legalism? So you're going to choose one of those words and write a sentence answering it. And then number 5, what was the massive building project undertaken that required the labor of hundreds of thousands of soldiers and workers? Again, you will take one of the words from above and write an answer. When you are done, sorry guys, remember to go back into the Google Classroom and submit this, and also put a personal comment that you completed it on paper. Have a good day, guys.